Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Spirit Source Tarot and your October monthly reading. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. So we're going to see what heads up Spirit has for us. And if there's anything Spirit wants us to know, be aware of, or be careful of, we're going to pull 3 cards, clarify, and then pull 3 cards as words of advice from Spirit. So we get every week of the month there. So let's catch cards. Let's get started with Virgo's monthly reading. First card out is the 6 of Swords. Second card out is the 7 of Wands. Third card for you is the 5 of Cups here. So obviously you could see that there's been some static. There's been some static that has had some results that aren't, pleasing to say the least. But there's been some static. I'm not sure if somebody's stopping you from leaving or if that's you standing your ground and rolling out. Nonetheless, disappointed about the outcome. What is this? I have a feeling somebody didn't want you to leave. That's odd. I got a feeling somebody didn't want you to leave. Or the other way around. Don't forget, your partner's energy can certainly come through. And if it doesn't resonate, that means it's for another Virgo all over the world. So let's see. I have a feeling somebody didn't want you to leave. Very disappointing. You're disappointed. Somebody tried to stop the other person from leaving. Let's clarify, Spirit. Thank you very much for this heads up. Let's clarify for Virgo. Clarifying the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is clarified by the 8 of Swords. Maybe they didn't see it coming. I don't know. Or maybe you felt so trapped, but I don't think they would have wanted you to leave if you sat down and discussed it with them. I'm just getting that really, really intensely. So clarifying the 7 of Wands. If you would have discussed it with them, it would have been a problem. These could just be excuses and all the reasons why you should stay. It doesn't have to be, no, you're not leaving. But if you would have discussed it, this is what I'm getting. And you've tried before. Look at all the wands. You tried to discuss this before. And it was always the same result. And you felt trapped. Let's clarify this 5 of Cups, please. Thank you, Spirit. This is a good heads up. You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Everybody knows that. If you feel like you need to, leave on your own accord with no aggravation, that's what you got to do. So let's clarify the 5 of Cups. If I could just get these fingers to work. 5 of Cups is clarified. By the Knight of Swords. You left without them knowing, and that really kind of breaks your heart. But you know the battle that they would have put up to keep you there. You know the battle that they would have waged to keep you there. And you've been through that before. You've been through that before. You had to get away. Why did you feel so trapped? Why did you feel so trapped? But anyway, this is your heads up from Spirit. Before I get all nosy, this is your heads up from Spirit. That listen, your time to escape or leave, if that was a bit too dramatic, your time to leave is coming up. What you think and what you've been through about the fight that this person's going to put up to try to get you to stay, and you know, all this sort of promises and this, that, and the other. It's going to be a lot of the same. So you're going to have to roll out before they get a chance. Okay? That's the heads up. Oops. Oh my God. So, of course, I dropped the, I got to show you. But they dropped like this. I'm not taking them because I was putting the cards down, but got to show it. So, let's get these in here. Let's clarify a bit more and let's see if there's anything else. But this is really quite clear, and I believe more than a heads up. Very thankful for this heads up from Spirit. So let's clarify a bit further. Maybe, why did you feel so trapped? And this has been like this for a long time. That's the 8 of Swords right there. You know? And look at all that binding. No. Clarifying the 6 of Swords, Spirit, right next to the 8 of Swords. Maybe this person felt trapped because I'm getting earning potential. Some people stay longer than they should because they feel like, you know, they need that income to support their lifestyle. Maybe they have children, as you can see there. So it's not all about up and leaving. Sometimes you got to get your ducks in a row first. You got to find a place you can afford. You got to make sure you can feed yourself. So, feeling trapped a little bit comes with all sorts of real life issues behind it, you know? So, let's see. Why is he so adamant, he or she, so adamant about you staying? Is it like abandonment issues or control issues? Maybe they used income to control. That happens sometimes. Why are they so adamant and putting up a fight for you to stay? Clarifying the 7 of Wands, right next to the Page of Swords. They have some sort of abandonment issues, and it trickles into control. They don't want to be left. It trickles into control. They need to get, help for it, counseling for it, something. But there's something there why they're just going to put up a fight. You can't leave. You can't leave me. Please don't leave me. But this person is controlling and awful to be with. But there's some sort of abandonment issue there or something. That's what I feel like it is. And it breaks your heart to have to do that. And then here comes all the phone calls and the blowing up your phone with text messages and the stuff you got to go through. But you can't fall for that. And that breaks your heart. You just have to let that person call, text, no response. Cut it off. Cut it off, or you'll be the one that's trapped again and under this person's thumb. It's not that they're a bad person. I think that's why you feel bad, but their control and their abandonment issues is just more than you can handle. It's more than you can handle. So here they come with all of this beating down your door. They don't know where you're going, hopefully. All these calls, all these texts, do not answer, do not respond. Clarifying the 5 of Cups further, right next to the Knight of Swords, Spirit. Don't do it. It's more of the same. Do not respond, do not answer. Do not respond, do not answer. You've been down this road before. Thank you, Spirit, for an excellent heads up for Virgo. Let's get 3 words of advice from Spirit for the month of October. You're planning this. You or your person, Virgo. If it's not you, then you might be the aggressor here. But either way, you might even know a couple that's going through this. And maybe you can help by giving somebody a safe place. So, Let's see. Let's get 3 words of advice from Spirit. First card's out. It's the Hangman. Second card is the 9 of Cups. Third card is the Hermit. You know your life just could not begin. Your life could not begin. You're here. But in bondage, being held, stopped from fulfilling your true destiny. Because not only do you have to stay because of this person's abandonment issues, and then their control issues, controlling you with money and finances, you also have to kind of tend to their needs. Evidenced here by the Page of Swords, that they have a certain level of immaturity to them. You know, and I think it's a vicious cycle of abandonment. Maybe it's something to do with childhood, but they want to be taken care of. They want you there for them at all times, and you were just in bondage. You had to break free. You had to break free. If you ever wanted to feel relief, make something out of your life. You know, and you've come to terms with it, because it breaks your heart to have to do that. But you're coming to terms with it, and that's all right. You got to look out for yourself. You know, if somebody doesn't want to perhaps hear you, get help for whatever they're going through, it's time to look out for your own life and make your own life. You know, so thank you for the heads up, Spirit. Thank you, Virgo, for letting me share, and I'll see you later.